Hey y'all, it's Michelle Pippin with WomenWhoWow.com and PlanetWow.club. If you are a seriously driven women entrepreneur, then you need to be joining us. So please come hang out with us over at PlanetWow.club. I am preparing a new little feature of Women Who Wow membership, which is the Wow Weekly, and it will kind of detail exactly what you can expect in membership for the week. And so I'm really excited about it. We got a great week coming up. We've got personal call-in hours. We have our VMM, which is our virtual mastermind. We have a couple live trainings coming up, and so I'm really excited about that. But if you're not part of us, I would really love for you to come and hang out. I am getting ready to try, if I can, to share this Facebook live over in our community group, which is PlanetWow.club, which is where you can find that. And I'm just going to see how I can do this. And it doesn't appear, I don't know. It doesn't appear that, oh, here I am. Okay. Share to a group, Okay, awesome. I'm excited to hit 2 of these at one time. 6 signs of a struggling business. Awesome. So hopefully this has been shared now in our Women Who Wow member group. I am really excited to be talking with you guys about signs of a struggling business. We are now at the very tail end of January 2017. If you're seeing this later on, it will still be relevant to you. However, you know, by this time we know that if you go to a gym, you know that the gym has already started to clear out, right? So not a good sign for people's commitments, but it is absolutely something that, you know, speaks of just human behavior and how we kind of set goals and then let them go and stuff like that. And I am really excited to be coming to you guys with a little bit of a negative message today, but I do have a very practical solution for each of these different you know, signs of a struggling business. It's important to recognize when your business is struggling. This is something I'm writing an article about, and so I hope that you will enjoy that as well. I'm not sure who's publishing it yet. I have a couple of options there, but if no one publishes it, it'll end up on our website as well. So I'm really proud of it. But here are the 6 signs of a struggling business. My view on business is that you're either growing, your business is either growing or slowing. I don't believe so much in a middle ground. And maybe there was a time in which that was the case where you could straight up maintain your business and not be growing nor slowing. But with the speed of business today being so fast, it is it's something that's really hard to do to just maintain. So if we could kind of accept that our businesses are either growing or slowing, I think that would be a good assumption for us to operate with, because when there's a lot of things in business that we kind of tolerate as sort of the cost of doing business, as if it's normal, as if there's nothing that can be done about it. That is just absolutely not true. And so I really want to kind of, I guess, bust through some of these signs of a struggling business and make sure that we recognize it for what it is. I'm eating, by the way, I'm getting ready to get this on. I'm eating cracked candy, which is one of the 2016 Women Who Wow sponsors. Amazing, amazing little minty candy. But all right, so the first sign of a struggling business is that you're fighting the same battle over and over and over again. A lot of people call this feast or famine, right? And that's the battle that they continue to fight month after month, season after season. And I can tell you that while it's normal, while it's regular, while you'll hear a lot of people talking about it, it doesn't have to be your reality. Absolutely does not have to be your reality. It has been my reality, and it is no longer my reality, because once you fight a battle and win it decisively, you tend to not have to battle it over and over and over again. Not that you won't ever have to revisit it again, but if you're fighting the same battle over and over and over again, especially if it's that feast or famine battle, then that's a sign of a struggling business. We have to do something about that. I want to give another example of the, same battle over and over again, because this is the one that I really wrestled with for longer than I needed to. And that is the battle of like kind of having a pendulum swing between, one is having plenty of money but no time, or having plenty of time and no money. And I kind of swing between those. And one of the things that I think kept me there is I had this like deep-seated belief that wealthy people were very, very busy. And if you know me, you know that I don't love being busy. I do not cherish, I don't wear busyness as a badge of honor. I want a very simple life. I don't desire to have a cramped schedule. In fact, I desire all the opposite of that. And so for some reason, I swung between this. But regardless of the battle, if you're battling something over and over and over again in your business, then it's a sign that your business might be struggling. So here's some solutions. In our Facebook group, so at planetwow.club, in there, I asked members to give me 15 minutes and said, 15 minutes and it'll solve the biggest problem in your business. And I want you to go back to that, because if you're battling the same thing over and over again, it might be worth making that problem your it, right? Something that you want to dedicate 15 minutes every day to solving, right? You want to solve that primary challenge in your business. You want to conquer that. Whatever it is that's kind of plaguing your business that you keep having to like butt up against over and over again, give it 15 minutes a day to just win that primary challenge in your business. Second sign of a struggling business is you play the victim in your business, right? I absolutely have played the victim in my business, right? And I'll tell you what it looks like just from personal experience. This is when you should be making more, you should be reaching more people, your business should have more impact than it does. And when it doesn't, you blame your list, guilty as charged. You blame your geographical area, guilty as charged. You blame your niche. I haven't really actually been guilty of that, but I've had a lot of people say, well, that's easy for you. You sell business stuff, right? And I'm thinking, really? Because it hasn't always been easy. Anyway, so if you are playing the victim in your business, then you know that you are going to be in a struggling business. You have to be the owner of your business. That means that you have to be 100% responsible, right? If something's going right in your business, it's up to you. If something's going wrong in your business, it's up to you. It all falls back on us. And this is partly why we want this, right? This is partly what drew us to entrepreneurship. It is that self-reliance that really called us in. So playing the victim in your business. Also, I want to move on before I give a solution for that. So the solution really for the second and third signs of a struggling business are the same. So the third sign of a struggling business is that there are certain repetitive days or tasks in your business that cause you stress and anxiety, and you feel like you can't stop them. You feel like you can't stop doing them, right? And so here's the thing. Here is the solution for both playing the victim in your business and feeling like there's certain things that you really don't enjoy. They cause you a bunch of stress, and yet it's something that you feel like you can't stop doing. And the solution to this is there is always something that can be done by you today. Right? Write it down, put it in front of you on your desk. There is always something that can be done by you today. And so this really takes you out of victim mode, right? And, I encourage you to have some hard times, like comments to yourself or pity parties or whatever. Like my list are a bunch of cheapos. I'm not sure who invited them to my list. It might have been me, but there's still a bunch of cheapos. My list never buys. My list doesn't respond. No one buys in my area. It'd be easier if I lived there. It'd be easier if I was in this niche, whatever. I encourage you to have those like hard time, whiny moments. I think they're important. But then you need to stop and say, I'm not a victim here. I'm at the helm of this thing. This is a beast of my own creation, and there's always something that can be done by me today, right? Absolutely critically important to get over those two signs of a struggling business. Just know that there's something you can do. The fourth sign is that you no longer love your business, right? This is something that you created that was probably a passion pursuit at one time, and you have created it. Just like any relationship, you have attracted a certain person or market. You've trained them regarding how to treat you. This business is of your own creation. And so I encourage you, when you don't love it, to go back and say, okay, what do I need to change? I'll tell you one thing, just a quick example of, the repetitive kind of days and tasks. And I'll be honest with you, one of the things that I used to dread in my business were Mondays. And it wasn't for the same reason that like the cubicle dweller dreaded a Monday. I hated to start my week with clients, really, truly, and even with members. I didn't love to start my week like that. And so what I did was I really started reorganizing my schedule, only having regular client calls on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. Now, if I have a great thing come up or something comes up with one of my clients and need to meet on Monday, like I'll do that. But it's so irregular. It's truly for like right now, got to have this, something's come up and we need to address it right then. But now, my member call-in hours are on Thursdays. My virtual masterminds are on Tuesdays. My client day is on Wednesday. And so it's something that I've really reorged everything to make sure that I didn't dread any day in my business. And so all of us are absolutely willing to do that. I can tell you that I did not think that I could reorganize my business to where I would love Mondays, and I have. And so if I can do it, you can too. So here's another one, a fifth one. Other things are starting to crowd out your business. It's no longer a priority. If your business has starting to take a back seat to a lot of other things in your life, then it could be a sign of a struggling business. And I want to tell you, your business doesn't have to take top priority. And I would even venture to say it probably shouldn't. My faith and my family take first priority in my life, and I say that unapologetically. And it's something that it's always been woven into my business because I started this business so that I could have more family time. And so, anyway, so, it doesn't have to take top priority, but I can tell you that during my work hours, it is absolutely top priority. It is like the only priority. And during my work hours, the way I could get so much done and still leave time to like bake cookies for my kids or, do whatever I need to do with my kids and get them, here and there and everywhere, is because nothing competes with my business during my business hours, right? It is all business all the time. I'm not taking personal calls. I'm not running personal errands. And that is something that has been so tremendously helpful for me. So if other things are starting to crowd out your business during your business hours, it could be a sign of a struggling business. And you need to fix it, right? Put up those boundaries again. And the sixth thing is you find yourself no longer dreaming in your business, right? Your dreams actually start to begin, they begin to look like, if anything, if only kind of dreams, right? Like, and you start to dream and hope for like the bare minimum. And it reminds me of this story in the Bible. And you guys know I never know where the story is in the Bible, but there's a story in the Bible where there was like a sick kid and somebody came to Jesus and they said, there's a sick kid, and if you can do anything, like, please do. And Jesus, you can, in my, you gotta forgive me, but like in my perception of this, I hear Jesus say, if I can, like, if I can do anything, like I can do anything. And so when we start to have those if you can moments and we start to dream for bare minimum, like at least I want this, and we start to hope for like, let's just hope that our bills are paid. Let's just hope we get enough. And if you are having those kind of bare minimum dreams, if your business is kind of led to a hope deferred kind of heart sickness, then you know you're in a struggling business. And I just want to offer you just some encouragement today. If you were created for mediocrity, right? If that's really what you were created, if just enough was good enough for you, if that's what you're created for, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be watching this video. You wouldn't be a member of Women Who Wow. You wouldn't be an entrepreneur, right? So here's the thing, you have a dream, a goal, a purpose that God placed in you. And it is not a bare minimum, average, just skating by kind of dream. And so if when I say you're not dreaming for your business anymore, if that hits you and you're like, yeah, because I've had so many months and maybe even years of a hope deferred situation where everything I've tried to do is not working, I just encourage you not to keep going because you don't want to keep doing what's not working. But I encourage you to dream again, and then bring a new you, a new, entirely new you, new energy, new hope to your business, because it will change everything. Also, you want to change something. If things aren't working in your business, there are no points in entrepreneurship for just sheer persistence of doing the exact same thing over and over again and hoping for a different result. Really assess it, right? Mold your business around your preferences, around what you want, around your preferred schedule and your rules and your engagement priorities, and bring a whole new you to it. Start to dream again. I hope this helps you guys. When the article is published, I'll certainly push it over to you. And if you're not part of Women Who Wow, join us and then come over at planetwow.club. Looking forward to seeing you guys. Bye.